Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't posted in a while, but today I thought I'd make a video because I've been playing a lot of BO4 Zombies here, that I would make a video defending BO4 Zombies because a lot of people like to make fun of it, and I think a lot of it is unjustified. So, just enjoy some of this Ancient Evil gameplay that I record in the background here. If I talk enough, you'll see some Dead of the Night gameplay as well. This is, I think I recorded enough gameplay of this one game to extend across my arguments. We'll be talking about the perk system, the crutch perk elimination part, the pack-a-punch, but pretty much any point made against this game that I think is invalid. So let's get into this. Okay, so I think that we should start out with actually the perk system. Now, a lot of people like to say that the perk system in this game is really bad. I disagree completely. Now, here's why. So, if you didn't know, the perk system in this game was created to eliminate crutch perks. The crutch perks of Double Tap, Speed Cola, Juggernog, and Quick Revive. And the way that they eliminated this is you spawn in with Jug, 200 health. By the way, that's actually one less hit than Jug, which was 250 health. You spawn in with Quick Revives, 2 Quick Revives. By the way, that's one less Quick Revive than the actual Quick Revive machine, which was 3. This will be important later. Now, the way they eliminated Speed Cola is by buying all 4 of your perks. If you buy all 4 of your perks, you will get the Speed Cola effect. And finally, with Double Tap, you just pack-a-punch your gun once, and then 4 more times to increase its damage as you pack-a-punch it. Now, a lot of people like to make arguments against this perk system there's 3 main arguments that I know. That, they don't have personality. How dare you take away Juggernog? And I still pick the same 4 perks. Now, let's say why all of those reasons are bad. Let's go with the 2 easiest ones to make fun of. So, the personality with the perk system should not matter at all. This is not even an argument. Why would you care in the slightest if your perks have any personality at all? You didn't pick them because of their personality. You picked them because you know what they do. Like a Tim Hansen argument he made, they don't have any perk jingles that allow me to know if I want to buy the perk or not, enticing me into it. You know what all the perks do. You're not going to pick Deadshot, even though its perk jingle is really good, because you know what Deadshot does. You're going to pick Juggernog, guaranteed. You're going to pick Speed Cola, probably. You're probably going to pick Stamina Up, PhD, Quick Revive, basically any of those 5 perks. We all know this. You're not going... I mean, if that was the case, then everyone would be buying Tombstone and Who's Who. So this is just, it's not even an argument. It's just a subjective preference, in a way. Another argument is the iconic Jug being taken away. Why should that matter? The perk system, once again, exists to help you and aid you in your zombies gameplay. So, why would it matter that Jug was taken away? Jug is just one of the crutch perks that was taken away to make the perk system better. The idea that Jug is just this iconic symbol should not matter because you're making a better perk system. Anyway, that out of the way, we're going to go over the actual argument against the perk system is that, I still pick the same 4 perks every game. And there are still crutch perks, like Time Slip, and Stamina Up, and Dying Wish, and Victorious Tortoise. Alright, let's go over this. There is only one true crutch perk in this game. I will agree with you, Dying Wish is a crutch perk. Guaranteed, every single game that I play has Dying Wish. So yes, that is a crutch perk. But there's only one, as opposed to 4 in the previous games. Now, let's go over the other perks that are called this. Time Slip. Time Slip is a minor benefit. you spend the box faster, stuff recharges faster, and if it's in your modifier slot, which is a specific scenario, you can recharge traps faster. That is not crutch worthy. I almost never use time slip, unless I'm running a trap strategy, which I generally don't. Now, Stamina Up is no different than it was in the previous games. It's not a crutch perk. You're not relying on Stamina Up. It just makes you run faster. It's a preference. I have Stamina Up in a few of my class setups, but that's because I just like running around certain maps faster, or for certain high round strategies. Like in my Dead of the Night high round strategy, I use Stamina Up to help me run around the map faster to get more ammo for my Helion Salvo. Now, unless it's in your modifier slot, maybe it could be considered a crutch perk, because it has infinite sprint. But even then, that's still a minor benefit, especially since it's in your modifier slot, and there are so many better perks that you could put in your modifier slot. Like Stone Cold Stronghold if you're on a camping strategy, or fucking Bloodwolf Bite, which I'm actually running in my modifier slot on this gameplay right now. Now, Victorious Tortoise is not a crutch perk unless you're playing realistic, because you have one hit, Victorious Tortoise is necessary. But realistic is a specific challenge mode. So it would make sense to run Victorious Tortoise and Dying Wish, because it's a challenge mode. It's not an actual game mode, so you can't really hold that against it. Now, Victorious Tortoise is a useful perk. I will agree with you, it's a very useful perk. But it's not a crutch perk. I only use it on 2 maps. This one, because the shield is involved a lot, and 9, because I just like training around that hectic arena area with my shield out to prevent the damage. But other than that, I don't use Victorious Tortoise. Now, let's go over why this system is way better than the old system. This system, you can pick whatever perks you want. A lot of people will like to say, well, I pick the same 4 perks every time, so obviously they didn't get rid of the crutch system. Yeah, you pick the same 4 perks every time. I don't. In fact, I have a different perk setup for each different map that I play. And I have a different perk setup for if I want to run different strategies on different maps. In fact, I have so many perk setups for multiple maps that I don't have enough space to put them all. This is just a testament to me that the people who make this argument don't play BO4 enough. They don't look at the maps enough to know that certain perks would be better on that map, so they just play the same 4 perks every game, which I guarantee you is not necessarily the best idea. You should look at what map you're playing, you should look at how playing that map should be played, or any good, like, what am I trying to say here? Any, like, things you can take advantage of to make your perks. So, for example, Dead of the Night, I run Stone Cold Stronghold modifier to get that extra shield bonus. I run Dying Wish, Bandolier or Stamina Up, and PhD Slider. Perfect high round strategy for camping in that master bedroom. But if you want to run traps for like the purest high rounds, or if you're just not a campy kind of guy, you don't want to do that. You probably want to run Time Slip in your modifier, maybe Victorious Tortoise, definitely Dying Wish. Once again, that's one of the only crutch perks. But then you probably don't want Bandolier. You might want Stamina Up, or you might want like Bloodwolf Bite, which is a very useful perk. These perks, they just don't hold up to the old system. They are killed by it. A lot of people will make fun of them like, well, there's no personality to them. There's no really good perk versus that really bad perk. It's like, yeah, that's the point. Why would you want to put a perk into a game that you know no one's going to pick just because? That makes no sense. And then there's the added bonus of Secret Sauce. Actually, in this gameplay, my Danu perk is Quick Revive. But it's not Quick Revive, it's actually Secret Sauce. I have it for the high round strategy. I can switch out any perk that I want in that slot. If I want to run maybe Stone Cold or PhD Slider for training, or Time Slip, or Stamina Up, there's a ton of different perks. And on this map, you can get 2 free ones, including 2 free self-revives, which you can see how I have those right there. It's just, BO4 gives you so much more variety with your perk system than BO3 or BO1, BO2 ever could. In BO2, BO1, all the perks do the same thing. They don't really work together. They just exist, and you always pick the same 4. Everyone does. Every single human being on this planet picks Juggernog every single game unless they're doing a challenge. For Quick Revive, it's almost 100%, because some people don't play with it, and some people are co-op players, but everyone's picking Jug at the very least. And so this perk system just is miles better than the old perk system. Now, let's go over a few other things. Now, with the added bonus of having Jug built into the player as well as the self-revives, people like to say that you're too overpowered, especially with your shield, your specialist weapon you're spawning in with, and Wraithfires. People like to say that you're too overpowered. Counter argument. You would not want to play a single one of these maps with no specialist, Wraithfires, or Jug spawning in with, or even your Quick Revives. You would be eliminated by round 5, I promise you. These maps are extremely difficult with Juggernog built into your character. By the way, the Juggernog is not nearly as good because it's one less hit unless you're playing casual. In which case, it's not even the same game mode because the zombies spawn in less fast. There's less zombies per round, I think, and the zombies don't run that fast. So it's not the same game mode. You have one less self-revive, which, by the way, the self-revives in this game are patently better than the ones in the old game. In the old game, you had to pay 500 for each, and you had to go back to the perk machine. Do you know how many times I've died in a game because I take it down, and then I can't get back to the Quick Revive machine or around the map because I don't have Jug now? This is an issue, and it was fixed here. Now, I don't really like taking downs in general. I will end a game if I take it down before round 200. That is, I'm a high round player. That's just my, I like to call it, what's that word? My policy. No downs before 200, but that's just me. And in this game, with the added bonus, you can get free perks on certain maps like 9 and Ancient Evil, and you can get free self-revives like 9 and Ancient Evil. It's just a much better system in general. That's all I have to say. As for the pack-a-punching your gun multiple times, a lot of people will get mad at that, but I'd argue with you that it makes sense. You see, there's a health cap on this game. Round 36, the zombies don't get any stronger. BO3, BO2, World at War, BO1, doesn't matter. The zombies will get stronger. The zombies will get so stronger that the regular guns that are not wonder weapons don't do anything. This is not good. This is not good. The reason this is not good is because you're left to just mindlessly trading out your thunder gun or your wave gun anytime you run out of ammo, if you can even get to those high rounds at all. But in this game, yes, you have to pack-a-punch your gun multiple times, but it's worth it because your gun will always be good. It will always work. The double pack-a-punch abilities might not be as overpowered as they were in BO3, but that doesn't matter because without the double pack abilities in BO3, the guns couldn't do anything. They can do everything in BO4. Any gun is still viable, even if it's like the Escargot or the fucking, any of those bad weapons. Just like the common ones, like the Essex. The Essex is terrible, but I can still get a kill on round 100 with it. Try to do that with literally any weapon on BO3, 1, or 2. You can't. Now, the double pack abilities are not as powerful, but I'd argue they're still very good. You can use them with the catalysts, which, by the way, we'll get into later on. The catalyst, if you use a corresponding pack-a-punch ability, you can actually end the entire wave in one bullet. It'll kill all the zombies with that one bullet because it'll make a reaction. Now, that is the compensation for it not being quite as overpowered as the BO3 system, because you have a gun that will always work because of the health cap, and you can still end an entire horde with one bullet with those catalysts. which, by the way, I'd argue is pretty dang good since people don't really like those catalysts all that much. Now, speaking of catalysts, why don't we talk about catalysts? A lot of people don't like the catalysts. They say that they make the games too hard, or they're just too many of them, which is kind of weird because I thought you spawned in as a god. Now you're telling me the game is too hard. I'm gonna need you to be consistent here. Doesn't make very much sense to me. You know, the same people that say BO4 high rounds are a joke, they are the same people who will down on round 10. I mean, it's not necessarily the greatest argument there. However, I will say this, the catalysts offer much needed interest and priority changing advancements in the game. If you see a blue catalyst, you gotta shoot that fucker, or he'll make your entire horde like a bullet sponge. You gotta stay away from the poison zombie, or else you'll just keep on ticking your health down slowly and slowly. You gotta make sure you're not next to that fucking tank, the fire one, when he blows up, or you'll take a shit ton of damage. Gotta make sure that you're not in the way of the electric one, or you'll go blind. It's all put in to make you change your priorities, to make you actually focus on your game rather than just mindlessly killing zombies. One of my favorite maps of all time is Ascension and Shangri-La. Ascension is so unbelievably boring now. You can't play that map for longer than an hour because there's just nothing to do. It's just constantly shooting zombies. And that's it. There's no priority change like there is with the catalysts. Now, the same thing, my second favorite map of all time, as well as Ascension, tied with it is Shang. Shang has something close. It has the Shriekers and the Napalms, but they only spawn in one per round, which is actually kind of good because it would be kind of an impossible map if they spawned in multiple times. But you get my idea. They make the map interesting. They make it harder. They make it, give it some oomph to it. The catalysts do that in this game, and I don't think that the BO4 game would be all that interesting without it. Now, this is going to start getting into map-specific arguments here. I don't like the slander of a lot of these Chaos maps. I'm just going to say, I don't like to slander the Chaos maps. Dead of the Night is the greatest map of all time, and all of you people who put it in F tier because you're filthy casuals, don't even with me. Alright? Don't even. It annoys me because I'm going to single out Dead of the Night here because it's my favorite map, and I think that it gets shafted in this game. And this is specifically because of the fact that it is not casual friendly, and it's in BO4. So no one decided to play it, no one decided to learn it, and everyone made fun of it for that reason. So let's get into why that map does not deserve that much hate. Okay, so the main reason people dislike this map is because it's too hard. There's too many parts, it's not casual friendly. I do not understand. That's not true. I do understand why people think this. They are incorrect. The reason people think this is because no one played BO4 enough to give any of these hard, quote-unquote, hard maps a chance. By the way, this is my footage. The 234, round 234 that you see later on in the video, it's also my footage. I didn't steal it, I promise. I will link my streams in the description so you can see that it is my footage. Now, no one plays this map enough to know that these are not that hard to do. People make fun of how, quote, hard this map is to get Pack-a-Punch on. I do not know, for the life of me, how people can say that and then turn around and say Mob of the Dead and Origins are just the greatest maps of all time. You get 4 kills into 3 different crystals. That's 12 kills on solo. It's 18 kills on co-op because it's 6 kills. In one of them, you just go to one of the perk machines. It's 2 perk machines that it could be. The one in the cemetery or the one in the greenhouse area. One of those, you just stay in that perk area, kill the vampires, one tuning fork. The second tuning fork, you either get the noose, the little baby doll, one of the paintings, or the final will. All of the paintings are easy to see. They're all on the top floor, around the loop around. Baby doll, dining room, cellar, noose, library, top floor, final will. Very easy to find, and if you can't find them, you can look up a guide. If you look up a guide, you will memorize them, I promise you. The next part about this is the clocks. There's 3 clocks. There's one in the main area, one in the dining room, one in the billiards room. You just sit in the circle, and then you just, like, wait. It's super easy. It is so easy. I can get Pack-a-Punch open by round 5 every single game. And then I have the Alistair's Folly upgraded to the Chaos Theory by round 5 as well, because I get Pack-a-Punch open. I get the silver bullets, actually everything on the map except for the Alistair's Annihilator, I get by round 5. Because you can have the entire map open by round 5. And yeah, you probably need to look up a guide to figure out how to find these items, but you might not need to, because it's just like the shield part locations. You can easily find those. You just look around the map, you can look for the shield parts. If you need a guide, then you just look it up. You look up the guide, you need to watch it once, and then boom, you're done. You know how to get the shield. The Alistair's Folly to the Chaos Theory, easiest thing in existence. Kill a werewolf with silver bullets, melee the bookshelf in the library with the shield. Easy as hell. That's all you need to do. In fact, since you can actually have that werewolf with the silver bullets, you can have it killed when you open up the Pack-a-Punch, because it gives you a werewolf every single time. So you can have it upgraded on the same round as you get everything else. So there's essentially no excuse that you can't get Pack-a-Punch open. And I don't understand why people think this map is so difficult. Oh, I know why. It's because they don't play it enough. Herein lies the problem with a lot of BO4 arguments. No one played the map long enough to actually figure out how to do anything. Especially this map. Because, they play one game, they already don't like BO4, and then they see this map as, quote, hard, and boom, look at that, now I don't want to do it. In fact, I'll show you a perfect example. Here's Tim Hansen's Dead of the Night review, and I'll show you the perfect example of why this matters for my argument. Let's watch it.
Actually deal infinite damage, right? And then on Dead of the Night, you're given an Alistair's Folly. Huge discrepancy there. Given an Alistair's Folly.
Tim Hansen is reviewing this map, and he doesn't even know that you can upgrade the Wonder Weapon. He said you're given an Alistair's... You can upgrade it to the Chaos Theory than to the Alistair's Annihilator, which, by the way, the Alistair's Annihilator has more ammo than all of the staves and can get more kills than all of them. It is better than all of the staves. But Tim Hansen doesn't know you can make it because he doesn't play this map nearly enough for him to know that you can make it. But he wants to make a review on it. So, this is essentially the entire zombies community when it comes to BO4. I don't know anything about the map, but it's too hard, so I don't want to play it. I don't know anything about this map, but it's BO4, therefore it's bad. With some of the maps, it's kind of justified. I don't really like Blood of the Dead, and I don't like Blood of the Dead not because Mob of the Dead is good. I don't really like Mob of the Dead, and so because of that, I don't like Blood of the Dead, because they're kind of just the same map. I do think Blood of the Dead is better, though. But that's just... If people played this game more, they would see how the maps are good. But they don't play it enough, which is why they don't. And I think that's unfortunate, because the Chaos story, I really want it to continue, but it's probably not going to, because no one would like to see it. Ancient Evil, Dead of the Night, 9, they all have such a good story. Voyage has a good story too. I love Voyage, but people don't like Voyage. But to be honest, I don't even know why people don't like Voyage. The only real argument I've heard against it is the Easter egg is bad. I don't do Easter eggs. Maybe it is. I don't know. And the bottom area looks all the same. And, I mean, I play the map enough to know that it doesn't. I know the layout of Voyage. So, yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then 9, everyone likes 9, but I feel like the only reason people like 9 is because it's the casual dream. Maps need to evolve. Dead of the Night is hard, yes, but does that make it a bad map? No. In the terms of great gamers, get good. Just get good, lol. LOL, you know? I don't make fun of, I do make fun of Origins. It's kind of a boring map. I make fun of Horizon Drac because people like to suck its penis. Suck BO3's penis. But if you play BO4, you'll probably see that those maps are better than Horizon Drac. The only reason Horizon Drac is loved so much is because of how fucking easy it is and how many wonder weapons there are to exploit. Same reason with Mob of the Dead. It's an easy map, and people like their storyline. But no one played BO4 enough to really give it the chance to even see that. It had a good storyline, and it had a good wonder weapon and everything else.
Fucking knew it. God damn it.
'Tis the case. 'Tis the, unfortunate case of BO4 Zombies. I think the community should go back to BO4 Zombies, taking everything I take into account. Just play a good old game of whatever map you want to play, even if it's the Aether maps, which I'll agree with you, the Aether maps weren't nearly as good as the Chaos maps. But just play the Chaos maps, man. Go back on there, look at them, and I promise you, you'll see that they're pretty dang good. That's essentially all I have to say here about BO4. I'll make sure I plug my Twitch stream so you can watch me play. I play BO4, BO1, BO2, BO3. Play them all. I like high rounding. Not really much of an Easter egg guy, so if you're an Easter egg kind of person, then probably won't want to watch it, but it's okay. Yeah. With that being said, guys, I guess it's time for me to go. Peace.